ceremony. Dismiss the company. Aye, aye, sir. Stand, platoon commander. Dismiss your platoon. Aye, sir.
So what is up YouTube, it's your boy Ron Divine, back at it again with another YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, as you can see by the title, I will be talking about my OCS experience. As you can see behind me, there really isn't much to explain about it. United States Marine Corps is the OCS that I had to endure this past summer. And if you guys are curious about what actually happened, I'll be telling you guys now. Alright guys, so I just went and grabbed my little Ride-A-Rain carrier right here that I used the whole entire OCS. It got me through some things. Here is my actual Ride-A-Rain. Well, one of them at least. You go through pretty much a lot of these, say your time at OCS. I have another one right here, and this one's like completely full with a lot of things that happen at OCS. However, I'll be going to this little like list that I wrote down. If you guys can see this at all, this is my general orders. When I first got there, I did not know them by heart. If you ever enter the armed forces, you will memorize those as well. Pretty sure the other branches probably aren't as strict about it, but let's just say the Marine Corps had us memorizing those for something called Firewatch. So let's see. I'm gonna go look for the list of the main things that happened while I was there. Actually, not even the main things, the tips that I actually wrote down. I wrote down, 10 takeaways for OCS. It might not be in this Ride-A-Rain, it might be my other Ride-A-Rain, I'll just check. But let's just say there were a lot of things going on. To explain it in a very short way, I'll just say it was the best time of my life, but it was definitely like I was saying before, it was the best time of my life, but it was also the worst time of my life. So the best, worst time of my life. And I'm just gonna say that because 80 to 90% of everything that we were doing was actually like pretty terrible, but that 10% when we were done literally made up for the whole thing, and the feeling that you get when you accomplish something that big is just amazing. And the people that I met there were also really amazing. I ended up meeting like a lot of people obviously that were in my platoon and my company, and even some other random people, but like I ended up getting closer to a few people. Shout out to those guys. We have like a name for our little group, but I won't be saying that on YouTube for various reasons. It doesn't really matter though. Shout out to those guys. They wanted a shout out and I had to make sure I gave them one, just because like they made the time there much more valuable. They all taught me something, and also like those are just guys that I know I can always call on and depend on. So yeah, back to what I was saying about this, right? So best time, worst time. Best time only because you finish it and you get that sense of pride and you figure out how much everything has changed you and how much you became like a better person. But the worst time because like you're going through pretty much hell on earth. I hope I don't get yellow flag for saying the word HE double hockey sticks, but regardless, that's literally what it was. I'm still looking for those 10 things that I wrote down. This is actually pretty terrible. I haven't looked inside of this Ride-A-Rain in a while, kind of like on purpose, but at the same time, I guess I should have been looking through it because I knew that this video would be coming up pretty soon. I've only been home for about, let's say like a week or something. Hey, actually, whoa, wow. Time's going by way faster than that. I've been home for about like 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's kind of like, obviously I've adjusted back to being at home and back in the civilian world, but I kind of just enjoyed the rush of always having something to do at OCS. You really, like, you get bored sometimes because we play a lot of like hurry up and wait. It's not even play, you just hurry up and wait. That's what it is. So we did that a lot. However, when we weren't doing that, like we were actually doing something like every hour of the day, like from 05 to like what, 2100, we were doing something every single day. Like I honestly just enjoy that. And now that I'm back here at college with coronavirus and everything going on like that, first I want to say that I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, but at the same time, it's like there's really nothing to do, and I just enjoyed always having something to do. Like it just like I got a sense of fulfillment from it, and I just enjoy being busy. So now that I'm back out here and it's like, okay, I have class, but it's not all day. We're not going to go out to training. We're not doing anything like that. I kind of just miss OCS. Like a lot of people probably were like, oh yeah, this guy's crazy. He's making it up, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels that way, but I just miss OCS. That's about it. So I finally found little tips and all that stuff that I had wrote down while I was there. So first, I learned about time management. Obviously, if you guys don't know anything about time management, the Marine Corps specifically will give that to you. Not only that, I learned about front loading everything. It's pretty much just like all your priorities need to be done as fast as possible, but like still like the correct way, of course, but still as fast as possible. All your main priorities just go first, and that's when I learned about priorities at work. Not only that, I learned about not being afraid to ask questions. If you ask a question, you will be called out for that dumb question, but still, questions that aren't dumb, you should still ask them. I also learned about just respecting everyone. You never know when you'll end up seeing someone again, and also you just don't want to be like a bad person. Like that's just it's that simple. Also learned about having common sense and having common courtesy. Like a lot of the things there, like we would be like under so much stress and stuff like that. Some candidates would make mistakes and they'd be like, if you just like slow down, like, wait, common sense tells me to do this. That's literally how it was. But it's a lot harder to think like that when there's like someone on your neck and there's just the pressure of everything going on. While you're there, let's just say that obviously you're going to be sleep deprived. That's just part of entry level training. You're going to be hungry, thirsty, all that stuff. I actually kind of take that back. The thirsty part, they make sure that you're always well hydrated, and if you're not, you kind of get blasted for that. Blasted is just getting screamed at, by the way, if anyone is confused. Also, like I was saying, you're going to be hungry, thirsty, sleep deprived, all that. And then also you have to think about just like any other things, like missing family and all that stuff. Like all that stuff is going on, so like these simple decisions become a lot harder for you. Like it's just that simple. Another thing, obviously, just learning to be disciplined. I'm not going to say that I was undisciplined before I went in, but the amount of discipline that I have now is like light years ahead of what I was before. Let's just say that. I'm pretty much just, someone tells me to do something, I do it. Don't ask questions. You literally just do it. I also learned about not being afraid to fail. Like everyone always talks about failing and getting back up, but when you're actually put into the position where you are actually failing at something that you know you're putting your 110% effort at, that will mess you up if there's someone screaming at you like you're doing it wrong or you're not doing it fast enough and you're putting in your maximum effort. So just learning to fail and get over it is just like something that's going to be very useful for my life. Like right now in school, I mess up a few times. It's only the beginning of the school year, but it's literally like you get up and you get over it. You don't make an excuse. You don't complain. You literally just continue on because you know that you can get over it. You can learn it the right way and you won't fail the next time. And even if you fail the next time, you won't fail the time after that, time after that. You get the point now. Not only that, I learned from some other people actually not to be sensitive. I didn't really have a problem with that. There were some people that were like caught being sensitive in a few different instances, and our sergeant instructors fed off of that. So it's like they catch you showing any sign of weakness and they will like, it's literally like the ignition to their flame. Like you do that and now it's like, oh, it's just way worse. So basically just not being sensitive. In the real world, I noticed that a lot of people are a lot more sensitive than they were OCS, obviously because we didn't really have the choice to be sensitive, but out in like the civilian world, people can't take criticism, they can't take failure, they can't take a lot of these things. And the fact that I went in there and learned how to cope with these things and manage them is like extremely helpful. So I know like most people have a lot of questions, and I'm not gonna just keep rambling on about random stuff. I kind of want to know what you guys want to know about OCS. As you guys can see back there, I have a few pictures from OCS. That's from drill. That's a picture of my whole entire platoon. And here's my individual photo. And then these are my two covers. That's literally just for design. I will never wear them out here. That's not what we're supposed to do. I'm just a candidate. Let's make that clear. I'm just a candidate. I don't want anyone coming on here talking about some stolen valor, anything random like that. I'm just a candidate until I finish my next training and then complete my degree so that I can, you know, commission inside the United States Marine Corps. However, once again, I do want you guys to drop some questions down here. Overall experience was, let's say, a great experience. However, it is not for everyone. I repeat, it's not for everyone. If you have any questions at all, please drop them down below so I can make a more in-depth video. But this is just so you guys can get a overall feel for what I just went through. In like a nutshell, this is nowhere indeed a review for everyone in the Marine Corps, once again, because a lot of people hate it. But based on my experience at OCS, I love it, and I really can't wait to go back, and I'm pretty sure that the Marine Corps is what I actually want to do. A lot of people won't be returning, and that's fine, but this is just my experience once again. So without further ado, please make sure that you drop a like on this video, comment, subscribe, share, do all of the above, and just make sure that you return. If you are new to my channel, go check out some of my other videos. They're not really Marine Corps related. They're mostly football videos, maybe some college day in the life, something like that. But go check those out. Give those a like as well. And if you enjoy my content, once again, subscribe. But without further ado, I am out. See you guys in the next video.